Let's go across to our guest joining us. Professor Jyotsna Tirunagri is spokesperson of the TDP. Abhaya Chaudhary is YSRCP MLA. Let me go across to Mr. Chaudhary first. There's a charge that is coming in against your government in the manner in which you have acted. For example, the TDP state president says that if you look at the remand, the CID it is clear that the CID is working for the chief minister. The report is prepared looking at just assumptions to quote target Mr. Naidu, and this is a clear case of political revenge. How do you respond to those charges, especially the manner in which this arrest has taken place of a former chief minister?
Hi Shivani, thank you. See, there is just want to be clear. There is no political vendetta here. It's a pure judicial judgment. We are in a democratic country. Every citizen has a right, and there is certain things which are not accepted. Before the law, everybody is equal. So coming back to this particular thing, I think then Chandrababu Naidu, this was first whistleblown in 2018. Then YSRCP government is not even there. So when this was whistleblowed in 2018, there was no action from the government. The second, my main question here is, Telugu Desam Party has done a dubious MOU with Siemens. Before even releasing of software, before of releasing any hardware, then why would they invest, why would they send 371 crores worth of state exchange money into by not following the MOU rules?
No, sir, I'm not really questioning the merits of the case. That is fair enough. Of course, this case is old enough. What is being questioned, the manner in which his name has been added suddenly and then the next day he's been arrested. And the manner in which that arrest has taken place. That is what has come under question. You also say that this is nothing political, but we've also seen your ministers, none less than your ministers, actually celebrating firecrackers being burst. So it is purely political, isn't it, in that sense?
Shivani, let's be very clear. If we want to do a political vendetta, we would have been adding Chandrababu Naidu in this one in the year one itself, first year itself. Why would we do it when the elections were approaching? And the second
precisely
thing is,
for that reason. People are saying this is precisely for that reason. You are, burdening your key political opponent with this kind of an arrest of its chief just months ahead of elections. This is precisely why the political vendetta charge is coming in. The timing and the manner.
Shivani, I think we trust the people of AP, and people of AP are clever enough to understand what is a political vendetta versus this in this when they go to the elections. So let me come back. On the arrest of Chandrababu Naidu, this was a FIR was filed 2 years ago, and Chandrababu Naidu name was not there. After thorough investigation, it was CID that's very clearly was calling out today saying this was meticulously planned, executed, and directed under the direction, under the leadership of Chandrababu Naidu himself. So my questions to TDP, and then the arrest, the scenario of arrest, when the team went in there, knowing that he's an ex-chief minister, knowing his age, they said they would take him in a chopper. They said they have allowed a chopper to be taken him back in and taken to the judiciary. But Chandrababu Naidu himself said he don't want a chopper and he want to go by road.
Okay. That is not entirely what I'm asking you about. I'm asking you about how suddenly this arrest has come about, and of course just ahead of the elections. But I'll come back to you. Let me also go across to Professor Jyotsna. It is easy always to drop the charge of political vendetta, but the reality is the charges were there against Mr. Naidu and his government of the time, and even the court has in a way ratified those charges at this stage by sending him to custody. Ma'am, could you unmute yourself?
Yeah, let me put the point very clearly here, Shivani, very quickly also. They say there is a 370 crore scam that has happened. They say Siemens has entered into an agreement wherein 90% is by Siemens and 10% is by the state government, but Siemens hasn't given it and only state government has given it. That's their charge. But the point here is Siemens has already given the software worth thousands of crores for all the 6 clusters they are talking about. And here let me put it very clearly, all the 6 clusters are functional. All the equipment has gone to all the 6 clusters and lakhs of students have benefited out of it, and the same YSRCP government, I think some official also, I'll give you the name also, from the YSRCP government, they have in fact given appreciation certificate to the same design tech saying that all the equipment is intact and all the you have done a good job in terms of establishing the project. This is from the YSRCP government itself, and it has happened in 2020.
No, but the
Now-
case exists.
now-
Ma'am,
yes,
the case
that's what I'm-
exists.
that's what I'm saying.
Let's not
That's
go
what I'm
into the
saying.
merit of the case alone. When you
That's
say
what I'm
political
saying.
vendetta,
Shivani-
it is not about the fact that the case existed. It is about the
Right,
fact
let
that
me-
this is
let-
happening now.
Let me put it clear here.
Yes.
Why is the chief minister being targeted? Why is the then chief minister being targeted here? Because it's not the check releasing power of the chief minister, or nor the chief minister was involved anywhere. Also, when in 2021 the FIR was filed, Mr. Babu's name was not there. Even after so many days, charge sheet was not filed. Even in the remand report, anywhere Mr. Babu's name was not there. Just on September 8th, they have included CBN Garu name there. And on September 9th, they come and arrest. That too at 11 o'clock in the night, they come almost around hundreds of policemen. The point here, when I say political vendetta, everybody knows, including all the top officials, all the police officials, know the tour details of Chandrababu Naidu Garu, because he's an NSG protectee. All the details are with the government, right?
Okay.
All the details
Are
with the police.
you worried because of the response, as the TDP says, Mr. Chaudhary, that Mr. Naidu and others are getting ahead of the elections, and therefore you thought the easiest thing is to do is now bring this case to the front burner that was lying on the back burner and suddenly make it so that he can be put in jail?
Shivani,
Absolutely not, Shivani,
interruption.
because
Mr. Chaudhary, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely not, Shivani. See, we have full confidence of what governance we have done in Andhra Pradesh, what development we have done in Andhra Pradesh. And we go to the election with our mandate, not with anybody's arrest. As I clearly indicated, it's a pure judicial judgment. I mean, it's not the YSR Congress party that sent him to remand it, because after looking into merits and demerits of the case, it's the judiciary that decided him to send to the remand. And the other thing that CID was calling out very clearly yesterday, out of the 371 crores, 241 crores was siphoned and converted into cash by using a chain of shell companies and fake invoices being used. So they have clearly marked out a Hawala transaction here, which is linked to then Chandrababu Naidu's